Our goal is to make the best personal computers in the world and to make products we are proud to sell and would recommend to our family and friends.
What if I told you that a college dropout who once lived off free meals and slept on friends' floors would go on to revolutionize the way we communicate, work, and live? This is the story of Steve Jobs and Apple, a journey of brilliance, betrayal, and a comeback that changed the world forever. In 1976, a scrappy 21-year-old named Steve Jobs, along with his friend Steve Wozniak, started Apple in a garage in Los Altos, California. Their mission? To create a personal computer for everyone. A radical idea at a time when computers were the size of rooms and only used by corporations. The Apple. I was just a wooden box with a circuit board inside, but it sold for $666.66, an odd number that would spark curiosity. Despite its simplicity, it laid the foundation for what was to come. Jobs had an uncanny ability to sell ideas even when they seemed impossible. With his charisma and Wozniak's technical genius, Apple was born. By 1984, Apple was on top of the world. They introduced the Macintosh, the first personal computer with a graphical user interface. It was a masterpiece of design and technology, and Jobs unveiled it with a commercial that would go down in history. But behind the scenes, cracks were forming. Jobs' relentless perfectionism and fiery personality clashed with the Apple board. In 1985, just 1 year after the Macintosh launch, Jobs was forced out of the company he co-founded. Imagine being kicked out of your own company. For most people, this would be the end. But for Steve Jobs, it was just the beginning. In 1997, Apple was dying. Once a pioneer in personal computing, the company had become a shadow of its former self. Their products were uninspired, their market share was dwindling, and they were losing hundreds of millions of dollars. Many thought Apple was beyond saving. But in a bold move, Apple's leadership turned to the one person who could save them, Steve Jobs. Returning as the interim CEO, Jobs found a company in chaos. The product lineup was a mess, with over a dozen different computers and no clear vision. Jobs' first move? Simplify. He slashed Apple's product line, focusing on just 4 categories: consumer and professional desktops and consumer and professional laptops. Then came the iMac. With its translucent, colorful design, it was unlike anything the world had seen before. Jobs wasn't just rebuilding a company, he was rebuilding a culture. He brought back Apple's core values: simplicity, creativity, and thinking differently. Fast forward to January 9th, 2007. At Macworld in San Francisco, Steve Jobs took the stage and announced 3 revolutionary products: a widescreen iPod, a revolutionary mobile phone, and an internet communicator.
An iPod, a phone. Are you getting it? These are not 3 separate devices. This is one device. And we are calling it iPhone.
The iPhone wasn't just a new product, it was a paradigm shift. For the first time, a single device combined a phone, a music player, and a computer. It introduced features we now take for granted, like touchscreens, apps, and mobile internet. By 2011, Steve Jobs had become a legend. Under his leadership, Apple had launched the iPod, iPhone, iPad, and MacBook, products that redefined entire industries. But behind the scenes, Jobs was battling pancreatic cancer, a fight he had been waging for years. Today, Apple is one of the most valuable companies in history, and its products are woven into the fabric of modern life. But more than that, Steve Jobs' story continues to inspire. He showed us that innovation isn't just about technology. It's about believing in your vision, even when the odds are stacked against you.